and welcome to Mortgage Minute Monday. My name is Lisa Baxter, loan officer with First Community Mortgage, and I am here with Tria Kreitzer, the owner of the Joe Carbone team of Compass. How you doing, Tria?
Good, Lisa. How are you?
Doing well. Great. What are we chatting about today?
So today, our wonderful producer, Andrew, who's also our listing coordinator and transaction coordinator, he is just amazing.
He is.
Has come up with an idea that his social circle talks about regularly, which is getting into your first home. And you have this big, giant dream of what you want, but your wallet or what you can afford is this amount. And coming to the realistic terms of, well, what is going to be really in my best interest, and not get stuck with not doing anything because you can't have it all. Right? So, for example, you have a $300,000 budget, but you want a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home on maybe an acre of land and having it fenced and all of these beautiful things. But you can't find that for $300,000. So what's the most important things? Is it the number of bedrooms? Is that a deal breaker? Is it the land itself? Where can you compromise and at least start somewhere to start building that wealth and building the equity? Because it's better to buy a $300,000 house, and at least that's starting to build the equity so you can eventually sell it, you can eventually add on to it, you can eventually leverage the equity you're going to build on that to build the dream. Absolutely. But you can't always just go to the big dream first. You have to start somewhere. And if you don't start somewhere, you end up not progressing at all.
Right. I bought my house, my first, I was 27 years old. I didn't know anything, it's the joys of homeownership scarily. But then just like when you pay off your first car, once you pay off your first car, there's a way that you can get to build your next car without a very little payment, if no payment on the same thing happens with real estate. You have to start small sometimes, but that builds generational wealth. And what Tria is saying, what you said about fear and like holding yourself back, fear paralyzes me. When I'm scared of not knowing something, and the fear comes from not knowing. So I talk to the people that know what they're talking about more so than me. And then my fear dissipates. So let us help you get past that fear. Don't be scared. There's a way to do it, and there's a way to do it properly. So talk to us and let us try to help you find out what your dreams are. You might not even know what your dreams are, but talking to people that have creativity in their brains can help you be creative. And it just turns into a beautiful thing. And then we can plan and make arrangements, and then before you realize it, you're in your first home. Yes. And then we go from there. So it's exciting.
And then you look back on it in your 30s sometimes, and you're like, wow, look at all I accomplished, instead of being like, well, I'm still renting, or I'm still afraid to make that move. Right. Whereas, the people in their 30s are now on to their second or third home sometimes, and creating a whole different life than what they could have imagined before if they hadn't made those calculated steps initially when they were young. And same with me. I did the exact same thing. Yeah. And I'm so glad I did. And the problem is a lot of people are just not all that financially literate. You don't learn how to leverage money, and you don't learn a lot of this type of thing unless you consult with people who know. Right. So we're here for you. Big dreams, small dreams, first steps, big steps. Bring it on, and we'll help you through it.
Tria's team will help you find the perfect home, and I will help you find the perfect loan.